Hey, it's Wes again from Next Venture Motorsports. I want to say thanks again for choosing Next Venture Motorsports. Today we're going to do a quick install on a rear diff skid. This is going to work on all the M220 axles, which are going to be for the Ford Bronco, the Jeep Gladiator, and the Jeep Wrangler. So once you get this all out of the box, you're going to have your diff skid with your upper top clamp. You're going to have this provided spacer, and the spacer is to be used if you're still utilizing a stock diff cover. If you're buying one of our manufactured Next Venture diff covers from us, then you don't use this. You can discard this. Next are these provided nut sticks. The shorter one right here, that's going to go on the left side of the diff cover, or the driver's side. The one with the longer little tails here, that's going to go on the passenger side or the right side of the diff skid. Next is going to be these provided 3/8 hardware. It's going to be a 9/16 socket to put these on, or a wrench. As far as the lower diff cover bolts, you'll want to pull the factory ones out, and that's going to be a 10mm socket or wrench to pull those out. With the provided M8 longer bolt on the lower, it's going to be an M6 Allen head, and that's going to go where the diff cover goes right here. We're going to start by taking out these lower 6 bolts right here with the 10mm socket. Before installing the diff skid, what you want to do is, you'll notice that the top clamp has 2 bolts and we have 3 bolts here. So what we've done is we've added a 3rd hole on both sides, so we can actually put this in, put in a bolt right here and screw it in. That way this will hold itself in place when you go to put the diff skid on. So we'll just run these bolts in like this. Okay, now that I got the provided hardware in here, just to help hold these nut plates in here. Now we're going to go ahead and we'll get it installed on the rear end here. Now that we got the rear diff skid just kind of up here, what I like to do is hold it, put the top clamp on, and just very loosely put in a bolt right here, and then I'll put another bolt in on the other side right here loosely. The reason for that is that it's going to leave us space, so that way we can get the spacer installed right here, and then we can push everything up and get our rear diff cover bolts started. You probably have to just kind of just bend this a little bit out of the way, this rear brake line right there. So I'll take one of these. Let's get this slipped in here like so. Okay, this is going to take a M6 Allen head. So you want to get these, make sure it's up all the way this way, and you get them tightened. Alright, next we're just going to tighten up these bolts right here. But lastly, we just need to install the last bit of our hardware. So you can come around here, kind of lift up on it. Make sure that top clamp is kind of sitting where it wants to sit. Tighten down our bolts here. And we'll go ahead and snug up these a little bit. Alright, thanks guys for joining us for our install of the rear diff skid. Pretty simple install, not too bad. Should take the average mechanic in his driveway probably 30 to 45 minutes. Pretty simple and easy. Just one thing I wanted to point out, these will be torqued to 30 foot-pounds across the diff cover here. Another thing I want to point out is that these are our heavy-duty diff covers, and the reason why we need the spacer here is because our flanges are quite a bit thicker than the factory one, so that's why we give you the spacer if you're utilizing the factory diff cover.
Thank you guys for watching the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and hopefully we'll catch you for the next one. See you guys on the trail.
You'll want to torque these to 10 lightsaber lumens. Let the force be with you. You'll feel it in your calibrated elbow. Just torque them. And then to recap, this thing, so this rear diff cover, rear diff skid from us, these are pretty easy. Do this. Okay. I'm forgetting the other part.